Hey, what's going on, everybody? Talking Ghostbusters once again because this channel is slowly turning into a Ghostbusters channel. Anyway, I have to say this. I'm getting choked up again because I tried doing this video multiple times and stuff, and it just chokes me up every time. I think about it, say anything about it. Just simply put, I got quite emotional while watching the new Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I have to say that it was just an experience for me. Like, I cannot contain just how much it affected me. Like, this movie means so much to me. And then to actually see it, like, after like a year of delays and stuff, it has been just a tremendous experience. And to actually see that this is happening on the big screen, phenomenal. I mean, I was blown away by this movie. Like, I have to say this first off, like, I don't believe that this is a perfect movie. I think there's a lot of rehashing of like the original, like, 1984 movie. Just simply put, there's like a bunch of, like, plot points from like the original, but it had a lot of, like, it did have quite a bit of Scooby-Doo moments and stuff. Like, I found that to be quite entertaining. My wife said that she was bored during a little bit of the the whole, like, investigation part of it, because it's like a bunch of kids trying to figure out what happened, like the original Ghostbusters, that sort of thing. And I get it. I totally get it. Like, if you're not a fan of, like, the franchise, like, you're not going to be totally 100% infatuated like I am. Like, there are many people like me out there who, from like start to finish, just loved every minute of it. But then there are people like, people have, like, their different, like, attention spans, different, like, interests, that sort of thing. And I totally get it that other people, they just will not enjoy most of it. Like, for example, my wife, like, she's not a big Ghostbusters fan. She has seen the original movie. I still need to show her the sequel. But I'm glad that she, got to experience this with me, because I got very emotional during the entire third act of this movie. And it was just good timing. Like, we saw it on the 21st, which was also Harold Ramis' birthday, which I felt that connection to Harold Ramis throughout the movie because of that. And if longtime viewers of this channel will know that back in 2014, I had my little tribute video to Harold Ramis. I was in my Ghostbusters flight suit, that sort of thing. Like, it was just, it's just a very important franchise for me. Like, there are very few things. Like, I always use this analogy. Like, my friend Ed, he is a huge Resident Evil fan. And I always say that what Resident Evil is to him, Ghostbusters is to me. I used to think that Metal Gear was my big obsession. But then, when I fell back in love with Ghostbusters, it took over. Metal Gear is a solid second behind that now. Just the lore, the franchise, it's just great to me. Like, it's just like one of those things where, like, I look at it and I'm just truly amazed at it. It's one of those things where I just cannot explain just how much of importance it has to me. It gives me fond memories of running around my house with that little blue Kenner proton pack that my parents got me, trying to blast ghosts all over my house. I'm sure there are pictures of it somewhere. I just need to see if I can find some, because that would be hilarious to look back on. Me as, like, a 4-year-old kid doing that. And now here I am, a 37-year-old married man, still running around with a proton pack on my back. That's truly just an amazing feeling to me. That this franchise and my love of this franchise have just grown. That's all I have to say about that. Like, this movie, it just sparked so much joy, so much compassion. It was basically a love letter to us fans, with all of its references to its Easter eggs. And I already read somewhere that they're actually planning the next one. And I am curious to see where they're going with that. And I cannot wait. Because more Ghostbusters means more love. And I cannot wait for that. Cannot wait. Anyway, what do I give for a rating on this movie? I give it a solid 9. It's not perfect. No movie to me is perfect. I will never find a perfect movie. When I look at the original Ghostbusters, I do give that like a 9.5. I don't even consider that one to be perfect, even if I love it so much. I don't even consider Citizen Kane to be a perfect movie. And lots of people say, like, oh, it's like the best movie ever made, that sort of thing. Like, I thought it was alright. One of my big things, like, I try to nitpick when it comes to movies, but this one I could not. I let myself, my mind go. As many of you know, I went to school for video production. I am trained in various, like, cinematic techniques. And, you know, I've, like, basically done film school without being in film school. And because of that, I ruin movies for myself all the time. All the time. But with this movie, I just turned my brain off and I enjoyed it. Because I didn't want to nitpick about this movie. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I turned my brain off for this movie. See, I'm getting choked up already. But yeah, solid 9. Give the original 1984 movie a 9.5. I give the sequel maybe a 7.5 to like an 8. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for joining me on this magical journey. More Ghostbusters content in the future. You can count on it.